Here's the gaily garlanded train being greeted by thousands of strangers. The people of Vancouver, no longer isolated from the US. Imagine the excitement, the wonder of the crowd as they looked in awe at this bedecked locomotive that had towed passengers and cargo all the way across Canada. In 1887, that was definitely the equivalent to our astronauts on the moon. Adjacent to the station was Granville, known locally as Gastown, after its leading citizen, ex-ship's captain and saloon keeper, Gassy Jack Daly. Gastown was destroyed twice by fire, and each time rebuilt through the urgings of this redoubtable character. The fact that the train was sitting in Granville Station was indeed a miracle when the obstacles it had to overcome were examined. For instance, along the side of the tracks you can see the sawmills it had to build to create its own railroad ties and transport. In fact, these sawmills turned out millions of board feet to keep the track layers supplied. Rather than drag explosives, especially volatile nitroglycerin, all the way from the east, the railway built explosive factories at the construction sites. Thousands of pounds of it went into carving enormous tunnels through million-year-old granite. Although equipment, lumber, and tools were vital, none were so necessary as manpower. Thousands of men were needed to push the railway ahead. And just as today in pipeline construction, these men were a tough and mixed group. Men who slaved for 10 hours a day, and on their time off, played just as rough. Yale, BC was the focal point for the railway for years, and each night it would resound to the roar of railway men letting off their steam. Huge Irish giants fleeing from the potato famine, wiry, indestructible Chinese movies from Peking, Shantung, and Hong Kong, burly Russians who had helped build the Trans-Siberian Railroad, all thrown together in an effort to cross the country with a ribbon of steel. In the railway's wake, villages became towns, and towns became cities. Calgary in 1883 was a makeshift city of shacks and tents on the east bank of the Elbow River. Such was the power of the railway that when it came over the west bank, an entire city followed its example, and the new city of Calgary started upwards on the western bank of the Elbow. In Saskatchewan, too, the railway had no intention of diverting their line up to meet the town of Battleford, whose citizens were determined to make it the capital. Instead, the railway built a town at the old wagon crossing of the Wascana, and asked Princess Louise to name the budding capital. She chose Regina in honor of her mother, Queen Victoria. Winnipeg had grown without the help of the railway. Its location made it the jump-off point for the West, the gateway to the prairies and the Pacific. When the railway did come, however, it made Winnipeg doubly important as the Western Railroad, and almost overnight, this city doubled in size. If the cities were having their growing pains, the railway itself had hit its own point.